to Random Wargaming. We're for an unboxing video today with special guest Dave from Angel Squadron. Today Dave has kindly offered to unbox the new 2023 Warhammer Underworlds Starter box, which he has gone out and purchased, so that we've got some extra content for the channel. So thank you, Dave.
No worries.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, so Jay's to blame because he introduced me to Underworlds with his starter set from 2020. And I quite like skeletons, and I thought, well, might as well get them so I can use them in Age of Sigmar and now the Old Worlds as well.
Yeah.
But another fun little game to play as well.
Yeah, and if you've watched the Underworld game for the starter set on the channel already, you'll know that we got the rules completely wrong.
Yeah.
But Dave has since corrected that.
I have. Well, little handy tip. I mean, Games Workshop in their White Dwarf magazines from the last couple of years actually put out vouchers for Steam and GOG to get games for free, and one of those was Warhammer Underworlds Shadespire edition, which now as well they've put out the most recent update. All the DLC is now included in the base game, so you don't need to spend any more money on it, so you can just buy the base game if you don't already have it. But the fact I managed to get it for free with a White Dwarf magazine, but it's a great way to learn the rules because you can't break
can't break the rules on the game.
on the computer, so it's a really fun, good way to learn the game. But with all the DLC, it's got every set on there, so whichever ones you want to try before you buy, see if they work. It's worth getting that game to get a virtual version of this and try it out, and then see, oh, maybe I will get the game and get the models. And another thing we noticed as well, the price hasn't really changed.
No.
So
You'd be daft not to. I'll just turn it so you can see how wonderful the box art is.
So Jay got the previous starter set, and that was 40 quid.
That one looks like this.
And this new set is still 40 quid.
Yeah. Games Workshop, it must be one of the only systems that hasn't gone up with their inflation, with their billions of pounds worth of profit, but inflation. So like Games Workshop, every other thing has gone up. You'll hear the Australians cursing at the price of Warhammer 40k as the prices have shot up, but Underworld Starter set remains at £40. But do we think the value is going to be as good, if not better?
Well, I mean, I'm quite excited. I mean, the fact that I get 7 skeletons out of this.
Should you just have a look at the box and then crack it open then, Dave?
Yeah. So there's the nice artwork on the front.
Which, to be fair, I much prefer the look of the skeleton in this box art than I did the Stormcast with the grey hair.
Yeah. I mean, granted, he's probably much older.
He is, yeah. Maybe that's how they work it out. They put the oldest person.
Yeah. So there's the back with a nice peek into what's inside and how to have the game set up.
I know obviously on ours we'll paint them, but one thing I do like about the boxed games is they are just 2 colours, so if you don't want to paint, you can just stick them together. And
you can differentiate them, so yeah, it's quite nice.
And they're easy to build ones, so you don't even need to glue them.
Yeah, which is something I do love about the more recent Games Workshop stuff. It's the fact that it's like pushed together. I love pushed together.
Pushed together is good, but some of the model kits now are a bit of a pain in the ass to put together.
They are very fiddly, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, should we open this bundle?
Yeah. Do the honours, Dave.
Oh, I've never done an unboxing.
Thank you for doing it on my channel, because you could easily...
popping my unboxing cherry.
Yeah, you could easily be doing this on your channel.
I could. I've stopped doing as much. I mean...
You're too busy helping me all the time.
I like playing with people, okay? So I might push the like, particularly with lockdown, like playing solo, but nothing beats having a bit of banter and back and forth.
Just like the light was doing there.
Yeah, back and forth on my head. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do a lot more games going forwards. I mean, we've just played a bit of BattleTech. We're about to redo Lord of the Rings, aren't we?
Yeah.
I still need to get on and paint Weathertop.
Yeah.
I need to get that finished.
So I have recorded the first 2 games from the Quest of the Ring Bearer again with a different Dave.
A different Dave. So we're rebooting this, and it's already launched into the Fellowship of another Dave playing it. So Jay is going to play the bad guys this time, and it'll be the Fellowship of the Daves.
It will.
I'll come in as Strider or something.
Yeah, on Weathertop.
Yeah.
Read this first.
Right. So we've got a nice chunky manual with loads of, like, a walkthrough of how to play each round. So it looks like they've actually gone more in detail in this one, would you say?
It does look a bit easier than the first one.
Yeah.
Because it's got some nice illustrations of the cards and stuff.
Yeah.
So we look at the learned, and it said read this first.
Yeah.
Unlike this one. I think this one you've got a bit of the fluff, but yeah, quite a lot of fluff. But yeah, it doesn't. I wouldn't have said this is as clear, is it? We've definitely made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. So a side-by-side comparison, it does look like they've taken a lot of feedback about, like, the fact that it was hard to learn, and it looks like they've actually gone through and done a round-by-round example to really spell it out how it's meant to go. And if you go back and watch our earlier videos, you will realise that we made those mistakes, so I'm sure you will likely comment, but this one, we'll probably have to put a disclaimer at the front of each video. Yeah. We know now that this is not how you play it, but the rulebook in the old edition should have been
like
more,
this one.
Like this one, more on it.
So going forward, I think we'll use your rulebook.
Yeah. So yeah, it does look a lot more put together, this version, doesn't it?
Yeah, although my first criticism is they put it in the box upside down, so when we unboxed it for the camera,
I know
it was upside down.
The box lid was that way around, the rulebook was that way around.
So Games Workshop's packers, you need to get your shit together.
Yeah. Oh look, that's upside down as well.
Oh, but it's an actual rulebook.
An actual full-on rulebook. So read this first with a step-by-step.
So the rulebook for dummies, which is what I need.
And then a chunky boy with...
So that looks more like...
Oh, it's even got a combat sequence.
Oh, so we had that on
there. We did have
there.
that. We didn't refer to that, did we?
No. Possibly. Oh, we used some of it.
Oh, but there's got the turn sequence here.
Yeah, that looks... Oh, yeah. That looks more...
Like, they didn't have that on here. Oh, they had a little round
a little bit, but not as clear as that.
No. But, yeah, the rules... does look...
It's a nicer book, I think.
Yeah, more in depth. No, it does look good. And then we've got this armies here, so we've got the Stormcast, which is 3 models. That's another thing we didn't realise. Like, we thought, oh, activations is per model. No,
it's just activation.
It's just activation. So you get 4 activations in this game, and then you can spend them across your models. So with 3 Stormcast, you can either charge, which takes up the movement and the attack as 1 activation, or another one you might, with the range stuff, you might just move it and then later activation shoot with it. Or you can spend activations to do other things as well, can't you? Like,
I think so, yeah.
Like get rid of cards for power, or
yeah.
What was the objective cards as well,
yeah,
to redraw.
So
back up. Oh yeah, it's got little assembly guides as well, and even some painting guides.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm running that. Models wise, then you get 10 models in this box.
Yeah, 10 models.
As opposed to 8 in the last box, which was 4 of the undead. I can't remember what they were called. The Wraith.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah, was it Drapers? Something.
Something like that. And then you got 4, which are the Storm of Celestus, which were the Stormcast Eternals with the big crossbows and a Griffhound.
Yeah. So we've got some more boards with this.
Ooh. Have the boards changed, do we think?
Maybe. Should we compare them? Because this is the thing. Because you choose your boards, don't you? We each pick a board at the beginning of the match. So you can see.
It looks as though it might be the same board. You put them next to each other.
Yeah, we'll be able to see.
Oh yeah, hang on. Yeah,
same boards.
So the boards are. Oh no.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, if I put them the right way round, then yeah. So you got the same scenery boards.
Yeah.
Yours looks slightly brighter though.
Yeah. And then it's like the same.
Ah, but it is different on the back. I actually prefer that one.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
And then I'm wondering if they're themed.
Yeah. So that one is the same as
the other side of here.
This one. Yeah. So this one, and then that one is the same as that one on that one. And then you've got two graveyardy style places, whereas I've got.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you've got like a tower, a broken tower.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the boards are themed actually on.
Yeah, on the racer.
So by the fact that I've got two death, and then the ones kind of
Stormcast.
and then there's two different Stormcast ones. Interesting. That means we can shake things up a bit with our battles.
Tokens.
So we've got things to punch.
Oh, interesting. The tokens have changed.
Okay. It's a comparison, is it?
Oh yeah, the tokens have changed. So these are the tokens that came with the 2020 box.
Yeah. We've got different.
And they are different to the ones that you've got. It looks like you've got two lots.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's going to be interesting to try this all out.
I got my bag. Obviously you get the two decks.
Yeah.
How many dice do you get?
Looks like get the same amount as you. 3 defense, 5 attack.
Yeah, so same amount of dice.
So it means like when we play I can just bring my set
Dice
and
each,
we
yeah.
can have a set each.
And then the models.
Yeah, so we've got the sprues here for the death rattle of the sepulchral. Nice models, some nice swords. Like some good old rusty swords.
And some bright blue Stormcast.
Yeah.
I like the fur coats.
Oh, they're nice.
It's
yeah,
nice
the
with
cloaks are lovely.
The other thing I like about this is that all the bases are done, you just paint them.
Oh, I find bases such a pain. Like Jay is much better at getting a base decorated and painted, whereas I tend to just throw some technical on there.
And all I do is just put some glue and dip them in sand.
Yeah.
But I did notice like we just pull out one of the. So on the Underworld stuff, the bases have already got the stuff on, so you're literally just painting them.
I am actually a really big fan of the bases coming already done.
Yeah, and like because it's got the scenery on it, it's just a lot easier than messing around. Like that would take you hours to do, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
To get it to look like that with actual work, but
I would not be upset if Games Workshop did all their bases like this. I mean, some people would want to make their own, but I could not be bothered.
No, I'm quite happy for Games Workshop to do it for me.
Yeah, I mean, we're paying enough for it.
Yeah.
You might as well do the work for us. Right, so yeah, we've got the dice set, which I'm glad, like, we've got our own sets now as well.
Yeah.
So don't have to mess around with it as much. Yeah, let's see the decks and see what we've got to play with. Do you want to have a look at the Stormcast?
Far Strider's Rivals deck.
And and the Sepulchral Guard Rivals deck.
If I can open it.
I have actually been playing on the Steam game of this and trying these out.
Have you? Also, you're already an expert on them.
Yeah, well, I figured I'd start learning how to use them. Figure out. I've been trying the ones of yours as well that we were already playing with.
Ooh.
Enjoying seeing how they operate. Or how they're meant to operate.
Yeah, how they're operated correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got the... Should we lay the fighters out? That's our rivals deck. We've got Samson Farstrider, Elias Swiftblade, Almeric Eagle Eye is your Stormcast.
Yeah, and then for the Sepulchral Guard, we have the Sepulchral Warden, who's the leader. He's got the Prince of Dust. Should we move up higher? So we're going to get out of shot if we keep going. There's so many of them. We've got the Champion. We've got the Harvester.
Oh, he looks cool.
We've got the Inevitable Petitioner. We've got the Zealous Petitioner. And a Rising Petitioner. So it's quite a big force for the undead, for the Sepulchral Guard.
So on first glance it does look like the Stormcast are slightly tankier, but then you have more of them.
Yeah, which means, I still only have 4 activations, so although it looks like there's more attacks, which I could get them all to charge, whereas you would only get 3 attacks. But mine all have a lot less health, so a lot of your attacks are 2 damage. All that looks like your ranged attacks are 1 damage. So all of your up close are range 1 to do more damage. So these guys, whereas your other Stormcast were more
long range, yeah.
These have pistols for range 3, but they only do 1 damage each.
But they're good at punching
But
things.
if you get up close to these, a lot of these you can take out in 1 hit. So 2 hit points, 2 hit points, 2 hit points. And then these ones are a bit tankier, so 3, 3, 3. And then the leader 4. Which all of yours are 4. But it looks like 3 of mine are fodder, the petitioners. They're the ones that will get taken out quickly. And then the Champion and the Harvester. And then the Sepulchral Warden.
So, and you've got the raise counters as well. How are you getting raise counters?
Yeah. So it looks like
some good abilities.
I can bring stuff back. Now all these weak ones also only deal their short range. Like they have to be right up close to attack, and they only deal 1 damage.
Yeah, and it looks like they're they got quite a few attacks, but the sword one's not as good, is it?
No.
So it looks like the White Champion and the Prince of Dust
And the Sepulchral
and the
Warden.
Sepulchral Warden have the best in terms of the combat.
Yeah.
And then these guys have got the best. We have got 3 attacks. And it does 2 damage for that Storm Saber.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting, I think, to see these.
Yeah, definitely. It would be interesting to see all the abilities in play as well.
And of course it adds 2 new warbands to our Underworlds, so we can now do the dead versus the dead,
Yeah.
Stormcast versus Stormcast, and different Stormcast versus different dead.
Yeah, can have a bit of fun. See how they play against each other. Then we've got all the new objectives as well.
And the new upgrade cards. Gambit's employees. Well, it's going to be interesting when you get these painted up.
Yeah.
See what they do on the table. So verdict, Dave, would you recommend buying this one? Or?
I would recommend buying it. If you're not sure about it, go and get the Steam game, try it out, and then you can try out every warband.
And then decide that actually you're an introvert and you don't want to go outside and you don't want to meet other people, so you just play that and you never buy the board game.
And they released an update, so there is an offline mode as well, so you can just play against bots if you want, if you don't want to socialise at all with anyone, even online.
Even if you don't have internet.
Yeah.
You could literally disconnect your internet and play it.
And there is competitive play on there as well, so you can play against other people that you're matched against.
But you need your internet for that, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Can you LAN it? You have a LAN pie?
Maybe. I'll have to look into that. But, I mean, you can build your own decks on that as well, so you can customise the decks. But
that's one thing we've not really got into yet, is the deck building side, but there is an option to it.
Yeah, I think you can get expansion stuff for these, can't you?
Yeah.
Like, imagine taking some of the, combining the two decks, like the 2 Death and the 2 Stormcast, and figuring out a nice ratio of cards to work together.
I wonder if you could do 2 gangs on 2 gangs.
Maybe.
Make up the activations to 8 activations.
Well, I mean, saying that, we could, like, one of the benefits of getting these is you can use them in Age of Sigmar as well.
Yeah, we've not had any Age of Sigmar on the channel yet.
No, I think we need to rectify that. I mean, I already have vampire counts anyway, so these skeletons will definitely fit right in.
Yeah, I have Skaven, and I've got Stormcast that are not painted, and I've got the Bloodbound of Khorne that aren't painted, but I do have a Demon Army that's painted.
Nice. Well, this will be a reason to get your Stormcast painted.
Yeah.
Because we could always do some skirmish and campaign play.
Well, I want to paint my Khorne. I was going to play my Khorne. I'm going to paint my Khorne up for Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got Bretonnians and Skaven for Old World. Oh god. There's so much to paint.
Yeah, I mean, considering, 3-4 years on now, it's still only 40 quid. When they could have easily charged, 60 or 70.
Yeah, and if you go halves with someone, it's 20 quid, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's negligible. For those that are adults, you probably spend that on your lunch. And for those that are kids, I'm sure you can wangle your parents into getting it on the basis of it's better to stay in and paint and play games than it is to go out and hang around on the streets. And I'm being very tactical with my wording.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you should definitely get it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I was convinced.
So now, Dave's got even more to paint. No worries, you're welcome. And eventually we'll see them on the table. But I think we're going to play a game of Underworlds now, aren't we?
I think we are, yeah.
We'll use your book. My painted models.
Yeah.
And we'll try and get the rules right this time. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks again, Dave, for unboxing and joining me on the channel.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.